Welcome back to another video on Influential Sports. When I start the video off, I do my intro, then I don't say nothing after. Just know I'm gonna cover something that's really ridiculous. And this whole CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns debacle, this whole triple threat, it just became even more pointless now. I tried to give it a chance, but now I see what everybody else is saying. This match is dumb. It's stupid. Okay, they got history with the Shield. Dean Ambrose had history with them too, and they never did the triple threat match at WrestleMania. So why is this? Is CM Punk supposed to be the replacement for Dean Ambrose, the Shield triple threat that we always wanted, but we didn't get at WrestleMania? CM Punk doesn't serve a purpose here. You could have CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, CM Punk versus Seth, Roman versus Seth, Roman versus Punk. Those are all stories that should be told one-on-one. There's no reason why all three of them should be together because of something that happened in 2012. That's all old now. Like Roman Reigns, he's a narcissistic one now. Sure, Seth turned on him, but Roman still does a lot of wrong. Like this whole character of the tribal chief, nothing has changed about Roman Reigns. It's just a watered down heel. He still does heel things. He still wants to be acknowledged as the tribal chief. He never apologized to Sammy or Jey Uso or even Jimmy. So this whole tribal chief thing, I'm trying to give it a chance. It's him being a babyface, but it's just weird. And then he attacked Paul Heyman. You know what? Let's just talk about how Smackdown started. And I'm only talking about these three segments that took place. I'm not doing a whole Smackdown review. I'm just covering the Seth, Punk, and Roman Reigns story. Then I got another video about Jacob Fight 2 coming. So the show starts, it's in Chicago, so of course CM Punk starts the show, gets a loud pop. Chicago did their best all night to try to prove that they were a great crowd, and they were a really good crowd. Still doesn't beat the international crowds. There's no disrespect to them. Chicago actually did a good job though, because they tried to make their voices heard, make it seem like they were the best crowd. So Chicago, good job, a great crowd. Now, just what y'all feed into, well, let me not say great crowd, because the crowd was loud, but I'm not going to get super deep into that. But CM Punk starts the show, talked about how he shouldn't be here because of some stuff that happened when he was a baby, this and that. Really just a blast to the past type moment. And I was like, this segment is taking 18 minutes before Paul Heyman finally comes out there. There's no reason for him to talk for almost 20 minutes and then for Paul to come out there and talk even longer. Now you're just wasting time. Like, you have 3 hours. And this is a problem. Like, you're not utilizing these 3 hours to, you're trying to build something, but you needed 3 segments within a 3-hour show to build a one match. You only need 1 segment to do that. It shouldn't take it took around 40 minutes in total time for this to build up this triple threat match. You're talking about 3 of the biggest stars, and you need 3 different segments that last 40 to 45 minutes to help build up the WrestleMania match. Are we serious? That takes up way too much time from other wrestlers that can actually have time to wrestle. Like, I don't like when segments drag on that long and then it's different iterations of the segment. Like, just get it done in 1 take. Either do it at the beginning of the show or do it at the start of the show in 25-30 minutes. It shouldn't, like, even the 10 extra minutes, you could have used that for something else. This could have been all one 30-minute segment to either start the show or to close the show. Would have been fine. But Paul Heyman, he brought up the favor. He was like, remind me of what the favor is again. It's like, Paul, you know what the favor is. What do you need to be reminded for? I don't understand that. Then later in the show, Byron Saxton, he trying to get an interview with Paul Heyman. Then Paul was like, I'm not gonna explain this to you. He starts talking to the camera. Then the car pull up. He's thinking it's Roman. He was like, my tribal chief finally here. Turns out it's Seth Rollins. And I think, I'm going to get into that at the end, but I have a take about Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. But then Seth, he just trolled a little bit, and that was the end of it. Like, this wasted a few minutes of TV time. Like, we didn't need this. It doesn't add to nothing. Like, it don't add anything to the story. So him coming out there, that was just a waste of time. Like, we know he wants to know what the favor is too, but it's like, you're mad because you're also main eventing. That's nonsensical. Okay, you're jealous. Like, you can't be jealous of Punk getting the main event when you're in that same match and get a chance to get your hands on him again. Why were you mad last week to begin with? Now a week later, you fine with it? Doesn't make sense. But then let's get to the absolute worst part of the show. One of the worst endings of Smackdown history. This last segment with Roman Reigns when he finally arrived and he walked past Paul Heyman, I like that because Paul Heyman been acting fishy, but it doesn't save this segment and entire story from being bad and getting worse by the weeks. Because Punk never acknowledged how he didn't think Roman Reigns would be the one back in 2012. If you're going to play into long-term storytelling, why is that not mentioned? But okay, Roman Reigns, he want to know what the favor is. He calls out Punk. Seth comes out there. Oh, he's in the match, so of course Seth got to come out there. Then Punk comes out there. He another blast to the past. Like, we couldn't have got this done earlier. You didn't talk about the past enough. And we finally, the fans want to know what the favor is. Seth want to know what the favor is. Roman want to know what the favor is. The favor. The favor that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk is to stand in his corner at WrestleMania. That's the favor. This triple threat match is nonsensical. It will lead to nothing. Nobody gets a title shot. Nobody gains any more aura or nothing like that. Nothing comes from this. Absolutely nothing. Then Roman Reigns is like, my wise man, tell me that's not true. Tell me you better say no to this fool. Why does it matter if you say you don't need... And Roman Reigns lied. He said that he made Paul Heyman relevant. No, you didn't. And Paul Heyman is the reason why you're the tribal chief now. Because if you didn't have Paul Heyman as your mouthpiece, you would not get this far. And that is a fact. Because Roman Reigns, we saw it as the big dog. You think this heel arc would have been the same without Paul Heyman? No. Roman Reigns needed Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman never needed Roman Reigns. Have you seen the people he's worked with? RVD, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk. He's helped all those people get to where they're at now. And Roman Reigns acting like he made Paul Heyman relevant. What are we talking about? Just lies. Seth Rollins is laughing, and it's hilarious. Seth Rollins' outfits are hilarious, and the fact that I could see Roman through his glasses made me crack a little bit. That made me laugh. But aside from that, aside from Seth just making me laugh because of his shades and his silly outfits, this segment was bad, and the favor is stupid. This is WrestleMania we're talking about, and the favor is him standing in his corner, so nobody gets a championship match. Nothing comes from this. What is the purpose of this triple threat? You can say, well, long-term storytelling, they got history with each other. That doesn't matter when they're not mentioning the other history they have. Like that Shield stuff, it's old. They did some cool stuff with it in 2022 and 2024, but that stuff is old. We don't need to keep going back to it. CM Punk didn't even acknowledge the fact that he thought Roman Reigns would be the worst one out of the Shield. He never wanted Roman in the Shield. He never mentioned that. So what's the point of this match? I really don't see it. You're having a triple threat match for no reason. There's no type of #1 contenders match or nothing like this. Like, this is one of the worst endings to a Smackdown I've ever seen, just based off of how nonsensical it is. Then Roman tried to attack Paul Heyman because he said he couldn't do that. Then CM Punk gonna hit him with a GTS and Paul is in tears. Like, you made the decision. You made your bed, now lie in it. That's it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you think about how Smackdown ended.